Jai Gurudev, dear students. Children, you know we have already completed chapter number 10, measurements and motion. So now today we will start next chapter, chapter number 11, body movements. Okay. So children, in this chapter we will study about the various types of movements shown by the different animals. Okay. You know that different animals have different body structures, and here we are not talking about only the bigger animals. Here we are talking about the smallest animals to the means smallest creatures. We study from smallest creatures and up to the higher organisms. So let's read this chapter. First of all, in warm up, here they have written, did you ever notice how different types of animals move? Different animals use different types of movements like walking, jumping, crawling, flying, swimming. You know children, from these all the words also you can understand that how different type of animals show different types of movements. Okay, some of the animals they walk, some of the animals they jump. In walking you can take an example of cow, buffaloes, dogs, cats. Okay, they are walking. And in jumping we can take example of kangaroo. And crawling, all the reptiles show this kind of movements like snakes or lizards and all these kind of reptiles. So flying, all the birds can fly. And under this category swimming, we can take example of all the aquatic animals which are living in water. So children, here also this is the introductory part, and in this introduction also we can understand that what we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, so different kind of movements, but not we will study different kind of movements only. We will also study that what is a method behind those movements, means how animals can move, which kind of their body parts help them to move. Okay, so let's read locomotion in animals. So locomotion word is also another word of movement, means movement in animals. So there are different types of movements which animals use to go from one place to another, depending on their body structure and the habitat they live in. Let us understand how different animals move. So children, in this paragraph they have explained about the animals that according to their movement, means different types of animals when they move they use different types of structures, okay, their body parts. But movement also depends on the habitat they are living, on the habitats or place of living, that where they live. Like children, those animals which live in water, they generally use swimming mode of movement. Okay, so but those animals which generally fly in the air, they use flying mode of movement. So it depends on their body structure as well as their habitats where they live. So animals can be classified into two groups depending on their body structure. First kind of animals are vertebrates and second kind of animals are invertebrates. So children, depending on their body size, we can easily classify the animals into main two groups. Okay, so which are the two groups? First group is vertebrates. So what are the vertebrates? Children, those animals which have backbone in their body. You know, we also have, human beings also have backbone. Okay, at your back, if you touch that hard structure is present at the middle of our back, that is called backbone. So this is the main characteristic feature of vertebrates. Those animals are called vertebrates which have backbone in their body. So which animals have backbone? Let's see the examples like dog, fish, cow, birds, etc. Okay, it depends on the different animals that how they live or how they keep their body for movements. Means these animals like dog, cow, they generally move with the help of their four legs. Means with the help of their legs, which are four in number. Okay, but their backbone is not present like us. Their backbone is always present at the top of their body. Okay, but in our body, our backbone is present at the middle of our back. So children, main thing is there that you have to understand that what are the vertebrates. Means vertebrates are those animals which have backbone in their bodies. So these are the few examples. You can take so many kind of examples. Means generally higher category of animals have backbones or they are only called vertebrates. So second category is invertebrates. Okay, invert, when we attach with vertebrates, then it is invertebrates. So invertebrates are just different from the vertebrates. Animals without backbones are called invertebrates. So what are these animals? These animals, obviously they are very small. So like snails. You know, snails don't have any kind of bony structure inside them. And earthworms also, you know, they don't have any kind of bony structure or hard structure inside them. Then bees, spiders, etc. Means other insects also you can take as an example. Here too only they have given from insect category bees and spiders. But other insects, all the insects are also coming under invertebrates category. So many other examples also you can take other than these. So children, vertebrates and invertebrates, two category of animals generally we classify on the basis of their body structure. Means whether backbone is present or backbone is absent. Okay. So first of all, we will study movement in cockroaches. Okay. So movement in cockroaches. Cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of wings. So legs aids in walking. Cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs. So children, they have given information to us. Let's see the diagram of cockroach. You can see cockroach have 3 pairs of legs. Means every leg has a pair. So this is one pair, this is second pair, and this is third pair. Okay, and that's why we can say that cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs. So with the help of these 3 pair of legs, cockroaches can walk easily. Okay, and 2 pairs of wings. Here wings they have not shown, but cockroaches are very common kind of creatures. You can see in your house also that whenever you see cockroaches, they have 2 pairs of wings. Okay, so legs help them walk and wings help them fly. Children, one thing I tell you, that cockroaches are the organisms which show 2 kind of movements. One is walking, which is generally we can see cockroaches, they walk, but sometimes or very few times they can fly also. Not so high, but they can fly. So cockroaches use their wings for flying and legs they use for walking. Okay, although they can only fly short distances, when a cockroach walks, its 3 legs move together, that is front and back legs from one side and middle leg from another side. Means they are trying to explain here that whenever you can see cockroach is moving, you can see children, their 3 legs move together. Okay, so means which 3 legs? Front and back legs from one side, means this leg and this leg from one side, and one side and middle leg from the other side, means this middle leg from other side. Means when this and this leg will move with these 2 legs front and back, this middle leg of one side is start moving. So these 3 legs walk together and these 3 legs walk together. Okay, in this way cockroach can walk. So cockroaches smell things with the help of a pair of antennae attached to their head. So children, here you can see these are the long hairy structures, 2 hair-like structures. These are called antennae. Here they have written also labeling that these 2 hairy structures which we have seen here, a pair of antennae they written. So with the help of these antennae, cockroaches can smell the things from far away. Okay, with the help of that smell, they can move towards the food materials. Okay, that's why we can see cockroaches generally where there is a food present for them or near the food. Generally they live in the hidden places, and whenever there is dark, they comes out during dark and they can take food, search the food with the help of these pair of antennae. Okay, so Children, this is about the cockroach, and uh, its body you can see naturally, and all these structures or all these parts which are labeled here, that you all parts you should also know that which kind of different parts we can see here and what we call them differently. Okay, so this is the movement of one organism, means cockroaches. Second is about snail, movement in snails. I think you all must have seen snails also, because these snails are very common in the rainy seasons, and even when you go in the forest areas or in such kind of shady places, there you can see these snails are very common in those shady places or moist places. So the snail is a very small, slow moving shelled animal. So children, you know snail is a very small, and snail always moves very slowly, and it has a shell around its body, means over its body we can say that there is a shell shell is present on its body, at the top of its body. So the rounded hard structure present on the back of the snail is called shell. So here in this sentence they made it clear that what is shell, that rounded hard structure which is present on the back of the snail is called shell. Okay, so shell is the outer skeleton of the snail without any bones. So children, shell is a hard structure, but it is not having any kind of bones. Okay, shell is a outer we can say covering, a kind of covering. It is hard covering, but there is no bone inside the shell. Inside the shell there is a soft sticky kind of body inside the shell. So snails hide themselves in the shell to protect them from other animals and heat of the sun. So it is a kind of protective covering, means shell is a protective covering, and shell protects the snail from direct sunlight and from other animals also, which can eat them, or we can say which can harm the snail. Okay, so snail has a thick muscular structure called the foot. A series of wave-like movements is produced by the foot to push snail's body towards on a slippery substance called mucus, which helps in movement by reducing friction. A trail of this slippery substance is left behind by the snail after crawling from one place to another. So children, here you can see this is a shell here in because I am having photocopy of the book, so this diagram is not clear, but if you have a new book your book this diagram must be very clear. And this outer hard covering is called shell. Okay, snail is this kind of mean structure, or this kind of body structure snail is having. And this part is called muscular foot, which is present here. And with the help of this muscular foot, or again and again waves of movements coming out from these muscular foot, and with the help of this muscular foot, it pushes its body forward. Okay, that's why snail moves very slowly, because with the help of this muscular foot it can crawl slowly towards forward. Okay, and towards front. And from where that snail moves, it secretes a sticky, slimy, slippery material which is called mucus. And with the help of that mucus, snails can slip their body for movement. Okay, so this kind of movement is present in the snail's body. Okay, it has two kind of body structures. One is hard protective shell, and this part is called muscular foot, and this is a soft part which is made up of muscles. Okay, and this part is sticky part from where which is generally protected inside the shell. When it gets any kind of danger, snails can hide themselves inside this shell. Okay, so because this is a hard structure, and with the help of this structure they can protect themselves. Okay, so children, this is about the snail or structure of snail and body of snail and movement in case of snail. So today I have explained you about the movements of two animals. One is in case of cockroaches, and second we have studied in case of snails. Okay, so children, you read it, these both the parts and these both the animals whatever we have read today and I have explained you. If you have any problem or any query, you can ask me during the doubt session. So for today class, this much is enough. We will continue with our this chapter in the next class. So children, Jai Gurudev.